Hello everybody, welcome to It Invaded episode 10. We made it double digits. Anime review, another episode where absolute just insanity went down, particularly towards the end. Like, you thought it was during the middle when everything was going down. Nah. Right at the end, absolute madness. Like, it seems now the episode, or the way things are set up, it's split into two different sections. You got like Honda-machi doing her stuff now, and then Sakaido. Is he Sakaido or is he back to being Narisago doing his things? I think he's back to being just regular old Narisago. I feel like we got what, 3 episodes? 2 or 3 episodes? It must be 3, right? There's no way they'd wrap it up in 2. But yeah, I had some predictions before, but at this point I genuinely don't quite know where they're going. So let's get in the episode, go through what went down and everything. Let's do this. Episode begins with Narisago still investigating. He asks Asukai about the fireworks and everything because the dates don't quite match up. Something to do with dreams. Killers like influence the dream, so in the dream it's sort of like a future vision, like a potential future type thing. That's what she kind of describes it as. I'm gonna be honest, kind of got a little bit lost here, but basically this gets Narisago, this whole opening conversation gets Narisago thinking, maybe everything before was a dream and this is actually the real world, which, I mean, it's really effective how the way they do it, but Narisago now thinks, okay, this is the real world, I gotta go deal with the other serial killers. And that he does, off screen, because it's not important in the grand scheme of things. A bit later on, he runs into Momiki and they go see Asukai. Inside her room, there's the scientist guy, Shirakuma, who I believe is the same guy who made the machine they're using to, do the idwells on that. I believe he's the same guy, also the same guy that they found in Momoki's house in the real world. I think he's that guy. Narisago he said he doesn't kill the serial killers, he gets them to kill themselves, and they use their, I guess, style of murder, like either losing your arm or whatever. They do that to themselves, which is, it gets me think maybe Narisago might have something to do with John Walker because he's like influencing their thoughts. Maybe not though. He can't be. It's trying figuring it out at this point is like poor impossible. Well, while he's talking to Asukai, he gets a nosebleed because he keeps trying to force answers out of her basically, and it's affecting her vision, affecting her memory, and then she's broadcasting it and then making his nose bleed. Not good. Then she starts being a little bit cryptic. She's talking about how her memories, even when all the killers are gone, her memories of being killed will still kill her in her dreams. And then she starts talking about how her ability is going to destroy the world and make the world start falling apart because she saw it in a dream, and asks Narisago, hey, kill me to save the world. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Momiki was out of the room talking to the doctor, the Shirakuma the whole time, and then he comes in at the end. That makes me think there's something that's got something to do with why in the real world Shirakuma was at his house. Maybe also in the real world he might have killed Asukai because she asked him to. She might have asked Momiki, because obviously Narisago would have been arrested at that point. Maybe. I have no idea, I'm literally just theorising here. And maybe Momiki actually went through with it. I'm not sure though. But yeah, Narisago leaves after that. And then there's a lot of time skips this week, as we're about to see. Momiki gives him a call. Of course, this is after, I guess, a few months, a month or 2, I don't remember exactly. Basically saying, Asukai's disappeared from the hospital, and like 13 nurses fainted. So they know, that's obviously not natural. The nurses all have the same dream beforehand, so maybe Asukai broadcasted it when she was kidnapped by whoever it was. We don't actually find out. Narisago, though, he's not too bothered. He ends the conversation very, very quickly. He's like, well, whatever, tell me if you find anything. He goes back to spend more time with his family. That's a crucial thing. He meets up with Momiki again, and he tells him Shirakuma definitely didn't do it. He's got an alibi, yada, yada, yada. Narisago spots, I believe it's a victim from the first case, or is it? It's either a victim or it's a actual, like, the killer. And he's like, oh, missed one. Gotta go deal with that. And as he's about to, he's stopped from going to kill by Honda-machi. And of course this is real Honda-machi, who's also gone the idwell within the idwell. So shows up. She knows it's an idwell, but he's like denying it. He's like, no, this is reality, what are you talking about and all that. And she's like, alright, I'm not going to push the issue just in case. Honda-machi has only been in this world for about 20 minutes, as opposed to Narisago, who's been in there for over a year. So obviously the time is flowing completely different, considering she entered the Idwell before Narisago did. I'm not too sure why the time things synced up like that. Who knows? Not me. And then the world starts falling apart because they met each other, and you know they're basically messing with the world. Not good. He calls his wife and says to run everything, and then he starts remembering all the times he had with his wife and daughter in the real world. This scene got me a little bit. It's like, okay, I'm a bit sad. You know, it's getting me in the feels. And then like eventually, while going reminiscing, he accepts this isn't the real world. You're gone in the real world. He cries, and then he says, you know what? I'm gonna go back to reality. And it was a bit of a oof scene. You know, he was sort of just living his life in the id world as the real world. Like, almost like he was using it as an excuse. It's like, no, this is the real world now. This is the life I choose. And it's, you know, it's a it's a right in the feels, that one, when he accepts it. I'm a bit not flabbergasted, wordless. This show's got me really off guard. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, which that's a good thing. Please end well. We're not quite done yet, though. There's still a little bit more of the episode to go. He tells Honda-machi, this being Narisago, tells Honda-machi, basically it's not Momaki, we got to find the real killer and do that. But then it's been 10 minutes for Anaido, so he ejects, I guess, Sakaido from the Idwell. He gives Honda-machi his notes on everything he's found out before he leaves. So he's like, "It's up to you now, Honda-machi. You got to go and, find the real, right? Find John Walker." Sakaido wakes up in the desert world. He doesn't remember anything because now he's back to being bog standard Sakaido as opposed to real Narisago. Figures out, hey, the wrist marks they were tied to Kairu, and Anaido removed them because he's a flipping old troll. Turns out, in the pocket of the dead person, it's a photograph of, I guess, it's Narisago and his family, which turns out Anaido remembers everything. The amnesia didn't work because I guess he drilled a hole in part of his brain, and that made it not work somehow. I guess that's the excuse he used. And he tells him the truth. Dead guy. Turns out that was Narisago. They can't be extracted. They were in Narisago's Idwell the whole time. The sand clears up and everything. I guess Sakaido regains his Narisago memories because he's been told who he is. Maybe you're not supposed to dive in your own Idwell, so that's less good. A storm starts brewing, and in the storm they see, I guess it looks like, they say John Walker. It just looked like, it didn't even look like a silhouette to me. It just looked like lighting. But hey-o, whatever. Insane scenes going down. So I guess that was the end of the episode. So I guess next episode will either, I mean, it'll be sort of split, I imagine. We'll get Honda-machi continuing the investigation, and she's like a better detective than Sakaido. And she's good in the real world as well, I guess. So like her actual real Honda-machi brain, as opposed to brilliant detective brain, would be pretty useful figuring out who it is. So maybe she'll be able to figure out who it is where he couldn't, because she's smart. Maybe. And then on the other side, we're going to have Narisago, and I guess it's Fukuda anyway. It's not really Anaido. He's got his regular brain, and they'll do something. I'm not too sure how they're going to resolve that, but I'm excited. You know, it's definitely got me excited. John Walker, I don't even know who it could be. I don't think it's Momaki. I think Momaki I think in real world Momaki might have killed Asukai because she asked him to. Maybe. I'm really not sure, you know, that's where I'm at right now. Really not sure. Anywho, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. It would help me out greatly. I'll see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.